of caring. Careology with your host from CAREBAG, Roxy Brown.
Hi, Cliff. It's good to have you back. How you doing?
Oh, it's great to be back.
Is it great to be back?
It's excruciating for me to not come to work every single day, every day.
Oh,
Because
well,
I do that. I mean, I probably got to hold a number of attendance records over the years. But wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't even here with the last two shows, and
We
the
missed
last show
you.
I did, I got to see Jet. Jet was here.
Jet, can you put this up higher? Yeah. Well, we missed you, so we definitely missed you. Everyone, welcome to Careology. This is a beautiful Tuesday. It has been such a gorgeous day today, and I am glad to be back. And we're welcoming Cliff back because we missed you, but we were happy to have Miss Carol. It was nice to have her, and she was fun. So it's great. If you're tuning into us for the first time, welcome. You're going to enjoy Careology. We're going to have an open show today. And if you are tuning back with us, welcome back. We're glad you're listening to us. We're glad you're supporting us. My name is Roxy, and I'm the CEO and founder of CareBag. We're a local nonprofit here on the Treasure Coast, and our mission is very simple: to provide access to proper hygiene to the homeless and families in need. And we believe everyone has a right to dignity. Everyone has a right and an access to proper hygiene. It's just not a right. It shouldn't just be a privilege. It should be a right. And that is something that we strive for. We go to Gifford. We go to Hope Sound. We're in the St. Lucie community. We are down in Boca of West Palm Beach. And we just want to know that the families, the homeless individuals that are in need of a shower so they can get to the next level, that we are part of participating in that for them. And dignity, to have see someone come out the shower unit and have a shower, it is a beautiful thing. The face they went in with, it just changes. They look like an entirely different person, and we are so proud to be a part of that.
A little self-esteem never hurt anyone.
A little self-esteem goes a long way. I hear some people come to me and say, Roxy, the homeless just need to get a job. Hello? If we have businesses, you don't even have to be a business person. If you have someone that you're working with as a coworker, do you want somebody beside you that's you don't even want someone beside you that's a little musty, much less someone that has missed showers. That affects the workplace. That affects people coming in. You know, you need to, instead of just doing lip service, people need to stop. They need to think about what they're going to say before they say it, and they need to just look at the whole picture. You want them to get a job. You want them to be self-sufficient. How are they going to do that if they do not have access to something that is so basic as a shower? You know, they can't go into Walmart. People don't want them in the stores. People don't want them around their businesses. They run them away. I have seen, over the last 5 years, I have seen the homeless and people in need be treated in the most horrific circumstances. And it breaks my heart. You know, this is someone's mom. This is someone's dad. This is someone's child, grandmother, nephew, niece, a friend. This is someone.
We'll get to the point someday where we're going to start to have a whole lot more respect and actually acceptance of people who are financially distressed.
Well, guess what? Everybody right now is financially distressed.
Like it or not, yeah.
Everyone is feeling it. Just imagine if you have nothing. You know, before we have panhandles, we have people that would do odd ends and jobs. People aren't doing it anymore. People are suffering. Everyone is suffering. So how they used to make a little $5 or $1 here or $10 a day, that's not happening anymore. So it is nonprofits like myself and others that are doing what they have to do that really, really push to go ahead and give this service.
Now some of these others, you mentioned some of these others. Now, are there businesses out there that could benefit from taking on an event with CareBag?
There are many, many businesses that can do. Right now, we are doing a back to school, and we are actually looking for businesses to put. That was on my list, so thank you, Cliff. I was going to touch on that, but you just beat me to it, so thank you. We're looking for businesses. We have the boxes ready. We have the flyers ready, and we have 2 men in a truck that are willing to go ahead and drop off the boxes to your establishment. And what we're doing is we're trying to fill 500 backpacks for kids to go to school. And that's very important. We want them to have nice backpacks. We want them to have items.
It's about pencils, scissors,
rulers,
super glue,
rulers, not
Elmer,
super glue. No.
Elmer's glue, sorry.
No I'm just going to put a disclaimer. Please, no Gorilla Glue.
No
No
Gorilla Glue, no
no,
epoxy.
no nothing. Just regular children's
Yeah, the
Elmer
white
glue.
Elmer's glue is
The
the best
white
thing.
glue. That's it.
Paper,
The school
wood.
glue. But anywhere, you know what? We're going to be vetting those boxes anyway.
Yeah.
So we're looking for the simple things. Plus, we're also going to be putting hygiene items in the bag. For the families that register, they can get up to 3 to 4 hygiene items: deodorant, comb, socks, underwear. Yes, all of these are new. We want to make sure that we're giving items so that children will have dignity when they go ahead and do what they have to do.
So businesses that partner with CareBag by helping them out, there's an incentive for that as well.
Of course, because I'm going to talk about those businesses all day long.
And those, yeah, all day long. She'll be pumping you on the radio doing her
Yes,
show.
I will. Because
And-
right now we're going to do some pumping. Right now, I can't remember all, but I'm going to go the ones off the top of my head. If I didn't remember you this week, I'm going to get you next week. We have Groza Builders.
Yeah.
We have Lexus. We have Toyota of Stewart. We have Two Men in a Truck. We have Expert Shutters. We have Enterprise Truck and Rental. We also have Hawk. St. Lucie Jewelry
yeah.
and Jewelry and Coin. We also I have a whole lot on the top of my head, and they're not coming off my lips. But we have a lot. We have Dyer Chevrolet also.
Oh, yeah.
Who else do we have? We have the Hands Clinic.
Okay.
They're going to be putting a box. We have the city is also putting a box. So we have quite a few businesses, and I'm going to be doing a commercial to name these businesses because it's important
yeah.
for our local
Oh,
businesses
yeah.
to know. If you're a single person and you just want to help, I'm sure Miss Carol could have me have a box here and I don't think she's going to tell me no, and I'm putting her on the spot. So thank you, Miss Carol, because I know she's listening. These are for our children to go back to school. And it's so valuable and it's so important. And remember, that happens August 1st. We're going to be doing haircuts and pigtails for the girls. This is our second event called Kicking It United. But the day before, we're having a health fair, Cliff.
Okay.
Our health fair is CareBag is happy to announce we partnered with Cleveland Clinic, and we also partnered with the Hands Clinic. And did you know that the vouchers, the sports certificates that you need, families have to pay for that?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of children do not partake in sports because the family cannot afford the $60, $70, $80.
Well, they got uniforms and
They have to have a whole lot, and a lot of children are
Sports
just
equipment.
missing out on just playing sports or being a part of something because they don't have their certificate. But July 31st, you're going to be listening to our ads. We're going to be doing that on July 31st at the Treasure Coast Church of God. Pastor Haynes, who's with us starting on our second Tuesday again, he's graciously giving us his church in the auditorium and the outside. We're going to be doing all health, medical, sports certificates for children for school. There is no cost to them. And we're also going to be doing boosters, vaccines by the Hands Clinic, and they're going to be having a $50 gift card for anyone that participates. So there's a lot going on. We want everyone to write it in their calendar. July 31st is a free health clinic. We have so much that we're going to be doing, prizes, giveaways, and you're going to be able to get your health checked. We're going to have Walmart, neighborhood market out there. We're going to have fresh foods, healthy food. People come out and just really, really get involved. And then the next day, you take your children out. You come out. We have some excellent barbers. These are barbers that they were making these kids look like $1,000,000. Even Cliff got a little shape up by one of them.
Oh, yeah. And what he did, he trimmed it so when it grows out, it
has that
itself.
shape.
Yeah.
And it's looking good.
I'm ready to play. Actually, I'm going to do a music video. I'm going to do a cover for ZZ Top with a ukulele.
Okay.
That's a heavy metal rock band. Imagine it with a ukulele.
Everyone just heard the tone of my voice go to a
what?
A what? in my normal pitch tone. But there's so much CareBag is involved with giving back to the community. Our sponsors, our donors are so loving to what we do. We know everyone. we know we go to a lot of sponsors, and we know that everyone, not every time, can do it. But when you can, we appreciate you. And if you can't do it this time, that's fine. We're going to get you the next time, because we know a lot of our donors, a lot of our sponsors, they don't only sponsor CareBag. They sponsor other nonprofits, which is important. So we want to recognize, we want to respect that, and we want to tell them thank you.
Well,
we appreciate you.
Any great entrepreneur or somebody out there who makes a lot of money, they need a tax break friend like CareBag.
Oh, yeah. If they need it, that would be great.
Because
we'll be happy.
Because your contributions are tax deductible.
We'll be happy to write you a certificate, write a check. We'll be happy to do it. And you know what? It goes into the community. If you come to CareBag and you see what we do, it goes back to the community. And we not only deal with just the children, we deal with 0 to 100 and plus. And we deal with the veterans that are going through treatment, that are needing Depends or needing lotion, toothpaste. You'll be surprised what they need. I had a lady came to me and she said, I just really need a tissue, a Kleenex tissue if you have. I said, that's it. She said, I can't afford it in the store, but I like to have it in the house. Oh, yeah. Something so simple you're accustomed to. You don't know how much joy one little item.
We don't even think about that stuff.
We don't.
We just take it for granted.
We don't. We don't think a lot. We don't think a lot of these items, but a lot do. And what we do brings a lot of joy, dignity, pride to individuals, and we want to continue to do that. And, you know, we're just so grateful. Our major sponsors, Treasure Coast Toyota, Treasure Coast Toyota of Stewart, Treasure Coast Lexus. We just want to say thank you for sponsoring this show, that we can get this information out. We can have other nonprofits come in and share what they have. We can have businesses come in that do things for the community and share it. And we are so grateful to that. And we just want to say, we know we say thank you, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to say thank you again. I don't think so.
No,
so I love when someone says thank you. It makes you appreciative of what you have and what you do. And that's what, you know, it's been a rough year, Cliff. It's been
a rough 2 years.
It's been a rough it's been a rough couple years altogether.
And who hasn't lost someone to COVID along the way?
If you haven't lost someone personal, you know someone who has, or you know a friend or acquaintance, and then, you know, we're just left after that. Now the prices of food is up, the prices of gas is up, you know, the price of everything is up. And guess what? The poor is still poor, and they're getting poorer. The people in need are still in need, and they're needing more. The homeless still haven't found a place to live. People that were on the brink are now being evicted. You know, I got a call yesterday, and I have a young lady, 67 years old, and homeless.
There was a moratorium on evictions for a while, but that was lifted quite some time ago. And people are actually, when you're riding down the street, and there's a house down there on the corner, and you see all the furniture out on the curbside. Yeah. That's what an eviction looks like. And at that point, well, they went through the eviction process, and then the deputies show up, and they remove everything from the house and then lock it up, so you can't get back in there.
Yeah.
So.
And the sheriff comes and it does it, so it's not like you can they'll knock down the door, they'll put your stuff on the side of the curb, and rent is expensive. Oh, you know, I was talking to someone, and they just rented a house, and it's 2 bedrooms. It's 484 square feet. That's a box. That's a tiny home.
That's not that big. That's not that huge.
That's not big. That's not even 500 square feet. And they are paying over $1,700, over $1,500, or close to $1,700. You know, rent's expensive, and people, they're trying to keep the roof over their head. They can't afford food. They have to have gas to go to work. So, you know, we need affordable housing. That's something we've been screaming about for years. But while we still work on that, we just need to be mindful of the people we really, really need to help, and the people we need to do something for. And CareBag has a way to do that, and we want to continue to do that. So we're actually having one of our fundraisers tomorrow, Cliff.
Really? Where's it at?
It's going to be at Fujiyama. We're having some chefs. We have a couple seats still open, and we have some celebrity chefs that are doing it. We actually have one of our mayors coming out, and she'll be a chef, and we have a couple seats at Mayor Shannon's table. If you go to givecarebag.com, you'll see the poster, the flyer there. You can click on May 5th, and you can see the seats that are available. I know she'd love to see her constituents sitting at her table watching her cook, because she's going to cook.
And print out the flyer and hang it up here and there. Share it with all your friends.
Well, we
Let
have
everybody
one
know.
day on Wednesday, May 4th, and then we have Thursday, which is May 5th. And this is the pink edition of the rainbow representing women. We have all women chefs. Anyone could come. There's only one requirement other than paying, is to wear a pink shirt.
Oh,
Come on, anybody can find pink.
yeah, I got one.
I know you got
I've
one.
got one. I've also got a pair of size 12 wide high heel pink shoes.
That's a little bit too much for information for me.
Way too much information for me.
Way too much information for me. I don't even want to know how you got them.
I know, just picturing a size 12 wide high heel set. Right, sure.
I'm curious. So where did you get them?
The Theater of the Mind prop department.
Of where?
The Theater of the Mind's prop department.
You used to be in the theater. So if anybody could see Cliff.
Radio is a theater. Radio is the theater of the mind.
Well, radio is a theater, and we're doing it now. But if anyone could see Cliff and then just picture him in the pink heels, that alone would be a fundraiser.
Perhaps a pink three-piece suit with a cummerbund and bow tie and everything.
That's just too
That'd
much.
Be spectacular.
That's just too much.
But if I'm doing it for CareBag, it'd be okay.
It will definitely be
Anything
okay.
that you do for CareBag is good. Anything you do for them.
Well, thank you for that plug. I appreciate it. I really do. But that's some housekeeping that we have going on. We do have a lot going on, and we just want everyone to know this helps our community. This helps our children. This helps our veterans. This helps anyone that is in need of hygiene items, and we want to continue doing that. We have a lot of great businesses, a lot of great donors, and we can never just stop saying thank you enough for what you have done. You have really helped us grow and really help us get the word out. And we have some good things coming up. I'm going to be able to talk about that toward the end of June. I can't share it with you now. If I do, it's just going to be our little secret. But I can't say it until the end of June, and I'm excited.
Probably so exciting that the anticipation will be overwhelming.
It is for me. It is for me. But I can't say anything too much. But I want to just break from what we're doing and just say my heart goes out to all those individuals in Ukraine. I've kind of had to stop watching the news a little bit because just seeing it, sometimes you have to watch it to know what's going on. But my heart is breaking at what I see going on, and the children, they're digging graves, anticipating the next slew of bodies coming in. That's not how we should be living. That's not how we should be doing anything. And to the children, to the elderly people, to the babies being born, our hearts and our prayers want to go out with you, because no one should have to wake up one morning, have a job, get in their car, their life is going good, and the next day you're pulling a shopping bag or a suitcase behind you with everything that you have, not knowing where your loved ones are or your husband is fighting, just not knowing.
And all over the world, there are people that are forced into a position like that, like refugees.
Yes.
They're homeless all of a sudden.
So, and that, it's a very sad case, and this is not to their, the only difference, this is not to their doing. This was forced upon them. And, I think prayer is a mighty thing, so we can pray for them, and we can hope, just for God to just really look after them, because it's just crazy. But I started reading a book, Cliff, and I want to talk about that. We're going to take a commercial break. Okay. But I started reading it, and the first part of the chapter said, do men know what they want? So I'm going to touch on that a little bit.
This is going to be a funny one.
This is definitely going to be a funny one.
There's a lot of humor to be had.
Yes, it is. But it was a little interesting, so I wanted people to know. So give us a minute, and all of those that are on Facebook, Karen, Jet, everyone, I see you sending me messages. Love you guys, too, and thank you very much. So we will be back, and our question is, do men know what they want? And this is a woman that's going to answer it for them.
And she's going to answer it all right, too. You might not like the answer. But
Roxy and Cliff are going to be right back with Careology. Love you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. Make new rules for the road. Ready, set, go. The best-selling SUV in America, the RAV4. More performance, more refined, more sport, more utility. Find your Toyota. Let's go places. Treasure Coast Toyota of Stewart. Today, tomorrow, Toyota. A proud sponsor of Careology every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m. Caring and supporting our community. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
When you hear that music, you know it's all about caring. Careology, the science of caring. Once again, here's your host, Roxy Brown.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you. And thank all of those who are still tuning in. Welcome back to Careology. And we are just so happy to be back and so happy to have Cliff and that he's doing better. And he's looking great, everybody. For those that can't see him, he's looking great. Actually, I'm going to go ahead on our social media and I'm going to turn the camera to him so everybody can see Cliff. That's our Cliff right there. And we just want to say thank him. He makes me sound and look good on our WPSL YouTube channel that you can see all our archives on. So we're very, very grateful for that. So we did our house cleaning. We had some good conversations. But like I said, I started this little book, and the first chapter was, Do Men Know What They Want? And when I read it, I was like, no, they don't. So this is what it says. Do men know what they want? I'm not sure they do, but they definitely know what they don't want, drama. So we're going to just stop. We're just going to stop at that section right now. And in order to don't want drama, you're not supposed to bring drama. Women partners don't just wake up out of their bed one day and I'm going to act a little crazy and I'm just going to flip my script. We don't do that. Something had to happen. Do not throw the socks on the floor. And we've said it 7 times. The 8th time was our trigger. Some people's trigger is the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th. I'm just going to go with the 8th. If you don't want drama, you don't bring drama. In order to get drama, something has to have, in order to write an accident report, there must be an accident.
Well,
okay?
Can't we just learn how to put the seat back down afterwards?
I'm not even going to talk about that question. We're just going to talk about drama. So there's like men don't want drama. In order to get drama, that means you've anticipated, you've
right.
brought it on.
Yep.
It doesn't come on by itself. So we're just going to do that myth out the way. But are men responsible for creating conflict in their relationships because their lack of honesty? So that's a whole nother question right there.
Oh, yeah, subject 2.
Okay, see, I love the man I have in here at the studio right now, and on one hand they demand monogamy while on the same time exercising their opinion to see whomever they want. Most women believe that men are never satisfied, and they may be right. But the question is, are women willing to listen to what men say they want and accept it, or will they try to change them?
Now, that's the part you're going to have to think about real hard.
Really hard. So, in order to not have conflict and drama, honesty has to play a good part in this.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to. Not everyone cheats.
Perhaps a little communication.
Yes,
as well, yeah.
communication is key. And another thing is respect. You have to learn how to have respect. You might not like what everyone says all the time, but you got to have respect because respect is key. If you can't respect someone, then there is no love, there is no relationship. I'm a big believer in that. If you think I'm wrong, we're actually going to open up our phone lines. 772-340
Yep.
5090.
1590.
See,
That's
hey,
right.
I got it.
You got it.
So, if you know, that's what we want to tell people. And I want to say a shout out to Teresa, a shout out to Karen, a shout out to Jet on our social media site. And I have one more person on there. I'm not going to call their name, but I just want to say a shout out. Thank you guys. that are on our social media site engaging with us. We appreciate that. And also to those listening to us on TuneIn, Alexa, Google Home, on your car radio, we thank you for tuning in and listening to us. And we hope that the year and a half, basically the end of May would be a year and a half that Careology's been on, that we've been able to inspire you with something. So, do men know what they want? I have a man sitting in the audience with me, so I'm going to ask Cliff. I'm talking about you, Cliff.
Oh, gee, that's great. All right, I pose for dartboards.
Do men know what they want?
Well, I would like to hope and think that we do, but I also know that we are often so sadly mistaken in what we think in the first place. By the time we open our mouth about what we think, we're already in trouble.
Well, it all depends what you're in trouble about. You see what I'm saying?
Being wrong.
You know what? It's not about being wrong all the time. It's okay. Let's just pick something. You have a pot and you wash the pot. It's a cast iron pot.
Oh.
Okay. I love cast iron, but I can never keep a cast iron.
I love the little tripods that they hang from. They're wonderful.
Well, I love cast iron, but they're hard to keep up. And you're told when you wash the pot, you have to oil the pot because the pot will now get rusty.
Yes.
You want that good meal cooked out of that cast iron pot. It's your turn to do the dishes. Someone has gone to sleep, and when we wake up, the pot is rusty. Why is the pot rusty? Because you washed the pot and you did not follow the instructions. The pot is now expensive. The pot is now ruined. What are we supposed to say? Oh, sorry? Things like that is what sets off drama.
My bad.
You see what I'm saying? See, and when you sit there and talk about, oh, my bad, that just triggers us again because now we feel you're being condescending.
Yeah, you're also admitting guilt.
Well, the guilt is not the problem. It's just throwing it to say blasé, oh, whatever. Okay. It's not whatever. It's important. Certain things we find important. That'll be like me coming beside your new RAV4 car, and my key comes and it's in my pocket, and I walk by and it scratches the whole thing. I could never look at you and say, oh, my bad, whatever. You're ready. No,
joke's
you
on
see,
me. No, the joke's on me.
There's certain things men do, and there's certain things women do that are different. We act different. We react differently. And when I believe, I'm not a relationship expert. I've just been married going on 25 years, so I think that puts me up there. So I think when men react differently, women react differently. When you're with your partner, with your spouse, and you know how they react to certain things, then it is up to you now to say, okay, how much drama? This is where it comes in. How much drama do I want? Because I know what I do is going to bring drama. You see how that goes? You know the person you're with. Like, if you get to the bank at 4:00, the door is going to be locked.
Yeah.
Why are you going to go there at 4:30?
And why am I going to complain about it standing there like an idiot?
Thank you. Why are you going to complain about it? You know there's rules and regulations. The relationship has rules and regulations. It's just not put out the way a bank's are. This is our time. This is our limit. This is when you come through the drive-through. And we follow instructions for everything else in our daily life. But when it comes to our relationship, we don't want to kind of follow those rules and follow that. We want to just be blasé and do whatever we have to do. And not every time that works. And we have to be careful with that. So, you know what? They asked the question, do men know what they want? Most men. Now, the trick here, the word is do men. You have men and you have boys.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're in a relationship with the man, he's going to know what you want. If you're in a relationship with the boy, until he graduates to that manhood, he's not going to know what he wants. So you have to know what you have first. Do you have a man or do you have a boy?
I've seen a lot of folks determine what they wanted to be someday, and then change their mind when they hit college. They go into something else.
Well, yeah, they can hit college.
They don't know what they're going to do yet. They have no idea until they get out and start experiencing life and getting some of the wisdom that comes along with prolonged life.
That's true. And talking about knowing what you want, I just want to do a big shout out to my big nephew that graduated from high school today, going into college, Mr. Tyler Scott. And Auntie loves you, and I am so proud of you. He is, and he's going to be amazing.
I think we're in good hands with these young people.
I
we
think
have
we
today.
are.
We have a whole new generation of brains.
I think we are. I have
brains.
another friend of mine, Alex. She's going to be graduating from high school in a couple of weeks, but she just graduated from Indian River with her associates. So congratulations to you, Alex. This is our generation, and we have to uphold, we have to love our generation, and we have to put it out there. And one more thing I want to put out there, we have a great signage company here in Port St. Lucie. It is Design a Sign, done by Chrissy. And if you are in the neighborhood of needing a wrap, needing something done on your business, your car, or just for your wedding, just labels, whatever, you need to go and see her. She's been around a long time. You're not going to see any advertising. You're not going to see any signage. You're not going to see her on social media because she's always busy working. And she's been around a long time, and she's been helping CAREBAG and giving us some exceptional work, and we just want to give her a big shout out. Local, she's local.
You mentioned wraps. Now, when you're talking about vehicles, cars, and trucks and vans, and you mention a wrap, that's a little something different than a fancy little sandwich with
it's much different than a fancy little sandwich.
Yes.
So those of you who have gone on our social media site and you see our shower trailer, that is a wrap. You, from top to bottom, the car, the van, the truck, is wrapped in whatever design you want, and she is a graphics designer also and does some awesome work. So
they put it on vinyl. That's specifically cut to fit any model of vehicle you
have. And she does pristine work. Sometimes I go to her shop and I look, and the work on the vehicle, you know how you get it and sometimes they forget the trim on the bumper. Hers is covered. I mean, pristine work. And we want to just give a shout out. She's not a sponsor of mine. She has no affiliation, but I am like this. If you go somewhere and you get good work, you need to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you go someplace and you get good service, you need to talk about it. You need to let people know, and that's good service. And like Tony Groza was here the last time, we talked about doing local, shopping local, supporting our local, because our local supports us, and that is very, very important, and we want to keep that up. So the next question we had, are men responsible for creating conflicts in their relationships because their lack of honesty? Now remember, guys, this is a book I'm reading, so I just want you to know I'm not going to name the author of the book. The book is called Never Satisfied. I'll let you guys look that up, but that's the question. So it's kind of a dumb question, so I'm just going to put it out there. So, are men responsible for creating conflict in their relationship because of their lack of honesty? Hell yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I had an elephant sandwich for lunch.
That's it. You know, it's the lack of honesty. What do you think is going to happen if you're in a relationship and you're not honest? Where do you think you're going to have no conflict?
What's the most common dishonesty out there?
What is the most common? I don't know. I've heard some crazy. I'm around some crazy people sometimes. I've heard some crazy things.
Well, you got people that sneak around and things like that, but
yeah.
I think
there's more. There's
deeper.
You can do some stuff that has nothing to do with anyone.
Yeah.
Nothing. I have heard of someone actually refinancing a house under their spouse, without their spouse's knowledge, and gambling the money away.
Oh.
They ended up losing the house and finding out at the wrong time. I think that I'd have rather you cheat on me, because you're taking my house from over my head.
Oh, well, you're creating homelessness. You're fighting homelessness.
Well, yeah, that's what happened.
That kind of drama.
That is more than drama. That I don't think I've heard anything worse than that. To me, the other spouse was working very hard, and the other spouse was just gambling, not paying the bills, and they end up losing the home. And that is, I think, you're working hard, coming home thinking everything's okay, and it's not. Until you get that knock on the door, that paper on the door, because they're working, they're getting the mail, they're hiding it. I think that, to me, is one of the worst things that I've heard. If anybody got anything else that you can beat that, let us know. But that's what I've heard.
Open discussion here, 772-340-1590. You can join in and chime in.
Because sometimes it has nothing to do about cheating. a lot of marriages that fall away or relationships that break up, 9 times out of 10, a lot of them have nothing to do with cheating.
Right,
at
and some
all.
of them might have a lot to do with money and the
Yeah.
way that it's manipulated.
Managed,
Manage
yeah.
that money right, because that's
A
nine,
big
nine
thing.
out of 10 of the
That's
big
the top.
problems.
That's the top.
And then not talking about it, not having that communication skill to be able to just talk things out and be very open, because being open is not dangerous for you. I mean, you'll learn how to be a little more honest if you check yourself.
That's true.
Then you won't have to worry about everybody else checking you.
That is true. So that was question number 2. So the next question that they had here is, the question is, are women willing to listen to what men have to say and what they want and accept it? So I'm just going to speak on behalf of all the women in the universe.
Okay, because I know I couldn't answer that.
Listen, we want you to talk to us. We love talking. If there's a woman out there that doesn't love to talk, please let me know. You'll be one of the first that I know. Women love to talk, and not only do we love to talk, hey, I'm doing a radio show.
Now that's talk.
We want you to talk back to us. We cannot get in your head. We don't know what you're thinking, and we don't know what you want unless you tell us. So you have to talk to us. That's a give. We can't look at you and say, okay, Cliff, that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Cliff's looking at me and, oh, yeah, I know what Cliff is thinking. No, I do not. If he doesn't open up that mouth and get close to the mic, I have no clue what Cliff is thinking. In order to communicate, communication takes 2 people.
Did you know that if you love somebody dearly and never tell them, they might not know?
That is true.
That's devastating.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, to not know.
To not know, that's a terrible thing. And you tell them, but you don't know. So talking about not knowing, he is going to kill me right now. See, everyone, this is a prime example of communication, because I know right now what I'm about to do. He is not going to like it, but I will deal with the conflict if I have to. So I'm going to wish my husband happy birthday for tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
Now women would have more trouble about a birthday because that implies a little age moving up.
Oh, no. He is going to be right now he is just screaming at the top of his lungs, but he's going to be okay. I can deal with that conflict. So I'm going to wish my baby a happy birthday for tomorrow and wish him many of God's blessings.
And you'll probably give him a little complimentary every now and then about how nice he looks.
Oh, I do that all the time.
When
He's
you
gorgeous.
do that, they love it. They fall for it every time. They love that.
Yeah.
That's what they want. That's what men want. Men want that communication that
Men
confirms.
tell us. Men want to be stroked and be told all the time. Okay, look at that. Cliff has gone ahead and told us, and we love that. And we want to keep going with that. But we just want to say, and to my girl, Michelle, her birthday is coming up on Thursday. So everyone that has a birthday in May, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We are happy, want to wish you happy birthday, because May is my month.
So is mine.
It is?
Yeah.
What day in May?
A couple more weeks. I don't want to kind of reveal it yet because we don't have room for presents in this very small studio. And I know
What day? No, I want to know if your day comes on my day.
The 20th.
Okay, I'm the 23rd.
Ah.
See that? We got good things. I
won't ask which year, but
no,
we could
won't.
be 3 days apart.
I'll be 21.
Oh, again? Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Yeah. I'm being very open and honest and communicating.
I am happy with that. But to all the May, I know I didn't do this for January, February, March, and April. So for all those who had birthdays in those last couple of months, we wish you and we hope you had a happy birthday. But to be honest, May seems to be a little special to me because me and my baby are both in May, and a lot of my friends are in May. So we're gonna big up May. And if it's your birthday, you call and you text us and you send us messages, and we'll send you a happy birthday.
We have a caller. Steve is with us.
We
on the
do,
phone. Yeah.
Steve. Okay, hi, Steve. Can we do it loud so that our Facebook? Hi, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. How
I
can we
wanted to
help?
make a comment. You were talking about socialization among people, and I'm an old dude. I'm in my 7th decade. So I've been around, and one thing I notice is since we've invented electronics, we have diminished personal contact,
Yes.
which also diminished socialization.
Yes.
And I think now we've created a whole generation that doesn't really know how to interact in person.
Well,
I think they're keyboard warriors more than they are social debutantes or dignitants or whatever you want to call them.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. I call people like that keyboard warriors. They can type on social media. They can send emails, and you'll never see them. I miss driving down the street and seeing kids playing outside. Everyone is stuck with their head down on their computer, in their phone, and I haven't reached my second decade, my seventh decade yet, but I miss that because you miss it. Kids going outside, everyone's on their phone, and they want to solve conflicts through social media. And I tell people social media is entertainment. That's what it is.
I keep asking people my age and younger parents, when's the last time you went out and played catch with your son or daughter or played Frisbee?
Wow.
Or when's the last time that you went through the park and just had some time to yourself?
That is true.
Everything in the world except the date.
The date.
Because the point is, you don't see that anymore.
Yes.
We don't do that anymore. We don't take time out
to go to the
throw
park.
The ball back and forth with the kid. Go to the park.
Well, you know what? I'm going to help you with that. Our grandchildren were here, and my husband took his grandson to the park. He was dying to just take him to the park outside to play, and he's only 15 months, and he ran outside when he came, and he was just playing in the grass, bending down, touching the grass, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, we really need to get them out, because when a baby reaches and touches the grass and looks to the sun and loves going to the park, that's important. I'm going to say it again. Social media is for entertainment purposes only. And some people are taking it as real life, and it's not real life. Real life is sitting down, having a coffee with someone, and having a conversation. That is real life.
Social media.
Do you know what social media really is?
What is it?
It has replaced the television soap opera.
It has. Yes, it has replaced.
We're no longer glued all day to the days of our lives and all this.
Yes.
Now we're glued to. I'm not on social media, by the way, on any social media.
So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to repeat what you said so my guys on our social media platform can hear that. Days of social media has replaced the soap operas, but what you have to remember, soap operas were only on for a certain amount of time, and then they were shut down.
Right.
But social media is 24-hour content that you can't shut off. I have people sending me messages, and they're like,
the best thing out there was just on 60 Minutes yesterday. There's a young man out in California that got so fed up with all this disinformation and crybaby stuff that he started a new conspiracy theory saying that birds are not real.
Wow.
That the government killed off 12 billion birds, and these are all drones that are spying on us, and they sit on the telephone wires to recharge their batteries. And you know what? He has 1 million followers.
Wow. Just by that.
Account.
Just by doing that simple little lie.
There's a lot of folks out there.
Does that tell you how gullible people are?
Yeah, we know people are very gullible, and anything that says, I have a lot of people that says, Roxy, I sent you a message. I'm like, if you want to send me a message, you need to text me or call me, because I do not live on social media.
No, I don't. I see a lot of bullies out there. They just walk up and push you down.
Yeah.
They walk up to you and they smack you.
I told the city government the other day, I don't want to hear from you by email because your system is like Swiss cheese of viruses and ransomware. And if you don't believe me, ask Good Sam and St. Mary's last week. They shut down because they got hacked.
Wow.
And ransomware.
Wow.
Shut down 2 hospitals.
Wow.
Affected patient care.
Yeah, a
So
lot is happening with our entertainment and our social media on the business level, on the platform level. There's no more interaction. There's no more social interaction. When you go out,
no,
I have some friends, and when we go out to dinner or when we go somewhere, the first thing we do is shut our phone down or put our phone on silent because you miss that interaction. You're out to dinner with
absolutely.
someone and your head is down. You can't even look at them. When me and my husband go out, sometimes we leave our phone in the car. The first couple of times, I'm just gonna be a disclaimer, I felt like someone took my arm off. And that's when I realized I
Yeah.
have to really check myself. Time with your friends, time with your family shouldn't be glued to something in the palm of your hand. You know, you should be able to
The
have
phone is
coffee.
learned behavior.
Yes, yes it is.
It's not normal behavior. We
Yes,
learned it. It
we
used to
learn
be
it.
on the dining room table
Yes.
with a
So
cord attached to it and an answering machine.
Whatever happened to etiquette?
You know?
etiquette is out
Yeah.
the window a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, forget etiquette.
Yeah.
Etiquette
Manners,
left with
all
proper dress. I went to a church the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I had gone to a picnic at the beach.
Wow.
I
Going
mean,
to
the way
church, think
people
you're at
were
a picnic.
dressed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
they
that's
came
a
in
whole nother
sandals
show.
and cut off shorts.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother show right here. Actually, we have our pastor on next week, Pastor Haynes, and I'm gonna reach out to him and say first to talk about it because going to church, we dressed up, we looked proper, we paid respect and
I
homage.
wear a suit.
Yeah, my husband will not go
Every
to church
time.
without a suit. Every time he will
Yes.
not go to church without a suit. He believes that. Yes.
Oh,
But
no,
I like
will
that.
not go to a church without a suit.
Yeah, but I
I
want
mean,
to
my
tell
God,
you.
that is
Yeah.
a holy place.
That is a holy place, but I want to tell you, one of our guys, Javon, just said we need to detox from social media and from our cell phones, and I think that is absolutely right.
I like that. Detox from your social media.
Yeah, and they said
You know,
etiquette no longer exists. We've
when they
lost that.
started keeping statistics on cell phone deaths while driving,
Oh yeah.
I knew we had a big problem there.
We had a big problem, very big problem. But I want to
Because-
thank
and
you
it's
so
up there.
much. I want to thank you so much
Okay.
for calling in because I have Cliff giving me some digits to let me know I have a couple minutes left. But I thank you for
Well,
calling in and giving your
Yeah.
concerns. And I agree with you. Etiquette is dead, and social media. We need to do something about it. And let's see what happens.
Well, it's on life support.
Yeah, put it on life
Put
support.
it that way.
It's
right.
already.
You have
But
a great show, and I enjoyed it.
oh well, thank you so much, and keep listening. We got great things coming up. We appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you. You know, we have this show was good. We had a couple of things we talked about a lot, but he touched on something, and that's something me and my husband do now. When we go out to dinner, he hardly even he's good with his phone. He doesn't need it. He's not attached to his phone. Maybe with what I do, I do a lot from my phone, but when I go out to dinner and certain things, I put my phone away. Yes, we put it out to take pictures or whatever, but sometimes you have to have that conversation. And Javon is right. You know, Javon is saying we need to detox from social media and from our cell phones. And regarding etiquette, it no longer exists. But etiquette exists. You just have to be around the right people that have it. It's still out there. It's just being around the right, because a lot of people don't live on social media.
You can express it, and folks will want to be like you,
Right.
and they might join you.
I'm on social media because I have to. CAREBAG, we have followers. That's how we get our message out. But sometimes there's a time where you just need to just take a breath from it, and you need to, and it makes you anxious with everything that's going on. And a lot of people look at it to see what Tom is doing, what Joy is doing, what the Jones are doing, and what you see Tom, Mary, and the Jones, they're probably living in a shoebox. What they're having and what they're showing is not what their life is like.
People keep asking me, why did you block me on Facebook? I didn't block anybody on Facebook. I simply canceled my account. I just have a problem with Mr. Zuckerberg.
Oh, okay.
That's my problem.
That's a whole nother show
That's a
again.
whole nother
So we got a whole lot of shows that were just put
dimension.
to us. But we got 5 minutes left. And what I wanted to say, we had a topic. We says, what do men know what they want? I think men, I'm going to talk on behalf of men. I have brothers, I have a husband, I have brothers, I have nephews, son. So I'm going to
makes you
talk about
qualified.
men.
Yeah.
Men know what they want, but and women. There's some women Do women know what they want? That's going to be our question the week after next.
And never assume they know what you want.
You have to have communication, both men and women. You have to have communication. You have to know what people want. That even if your friends, your coworkers, your boss cannot know what you're thinking if you don't open up. Don't be afraid to tell someone what you want in a respectful manner. Let me say that again. You can disagree with someone, but disagree with them in a respectful manner. Yes, sometimes we're hot-headed, but when it has to do with you and you alone, you want to handle your business how you want to handle it, that's fine. Communication is always key, but when your actions result in someone else being involved, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. And that is key. And that is something, as a nonprofit, I deal with people all the time. There's some people that just piss me off constantly. But I keep my mouth shut because my reputation is at hand. And the people that I support and the people that support me don't want to know that something like that has happened. So that is very, very... be very mindful of that. If you work for yourself, you still know how to talk to people. If you don't want business from that person, then whatever you say, it's done. You don't have to deal with that. So we just have a couple minutes left. I just wanted to remind everyone, go to givecarebag.com and find out all that we're doing. Right now, we have our 2 fundraisers, Wednesday and Thursday at Fujiyama. We do have a couple of seats left. I would love for everyone to come out.
Celebrity chefs.
Hear what we going on. We have 2 beautiful Michael Kors bag. We have 2 beautiful gourmet cheesecakes that were just delivered to me today that are going out. And we have something actually from St. Lucie Jewelry and Pawn for both days that we're giving away. Ooh. So we have 3 beautiful gifts. We're happy for everyone to come out and support. This is going to mobilize our new mobile hygiene pantry, and it's needed. So you know what? I'm cutting it off for the rest of the day. This was a great show. Thank you, everyone that called in. Thank you on our social media site. Thank you for listening on the radio. This is Roxy. I'm tuning out from Careology. Myself and Pastor Haynes will be back next week. Have a wonderful evening. Stay blessed. And remember, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. Have a wonderful evening.
And I'm not telling everybody to quit their Facebook. Don't quit your Facebook because you need to like and share this show.
There you go.
Your number one priority and obligation to this show is to share it on social media.
To share it on all social media platforms. Have a good night, guys.
You've been listening to CAREBAG, listen to Careology, presented by CAREBAG. You can give to CAREBAG by going to www.givecarebag.com.
Absolutely correct. GiveCareBag.com. Good night, Cliff.
All right.